We chase it. We manage it. We build digital schedules and continuous alarms to control it. Yet, time remains completely undefeated. It ticks away silently, completely indifferent to our plans, our ambitions, and our anxieties. But why is it that some people are merely consumed by time, while others manage to sculpt it into an eternal monument? Look up at the cosmos or stare deeply into the falling sand of an hourglass. You will realize that the greatest minds in history did not have more hours in a day. They simply lived those hours with a brutal, unapologetic clarity. Step into the early 11th century. Inside a quiet library in Bukhara, illuminated only by a single flickering candle, sits Ibn Sina. The air is thick with the scent of old parchment and ink. He is a physician, a philosopher, and an astronomer. To the modern world, his massive productivity seems impossible. How could one man write over 400 books without a single modern computer? The secret was his strict structural logic. Ibn Sina carved his days into absolute blocks of deep focus. When his body was exhausted, he switched to light reading. When his mind was weary, he slept just enough to dream of logical solutions. He proved to the world that an unyielding discipline of the mind can expand 24 hours into a legacy that outlives empires. Now cross the borders of time into the magnificent gardens of Herat. Here, Alisher Navoiy walks beneath the heavy pomegranate trees. As a prime minister, his days are flooded with the chaos of politics, courts, and endless state affairs. Anyone else would complain about a lack of time. But Navoiy was an artist of hours. By waking before the sun and separating his creative spirit from his political duties, he managed to write thousands of verses of breathtaking poetry. He built schools, helped the poor, and created masterpieces like the Kamsa. For Navoiy, time was not a cage, it was a canvas. He structured his life so beautifully that every passing second was forced to serve either his nation or his art. Centuries later, across the Atlantic Ocean, a self-taught printer named Benjamin Franklin sits at his wooden desk. He opens his journal and looks at a simple, legendary diagram. Franklin did not believe in luck. He believed in the grid. Every single morning at 5 a.m., he asked himself, "What good shall I do this day?" Every evening at 10 p.m., he closed the loop. "What good have I done today?" He blocked out exactly 4 hours for deep work, 2 hours for lunch and reading, and systematically tracked his 13 virtues. This strict, calculated execution transformed a simple printer into a scientist, an inventor, and a founding father of a superpower nation. He left us with a brutal truth. Lost time is never found again. And now, we return to the present, to this very moment. You're sitting in a modern room staring at a bright screen, holding tools that Ibn Sina, Navoiy, and Franklin could only dream of. You have global knowledge in the palm of your hand. Yet, the struggle remains exactly the same. The same 24 hours that discovered cures, built empires, and wrote eternal poetry is currently ticking away right in front of you. Time is not your enemy. Your lack of intention is. The clock is ticking, the hourglass is running out, and the stars are moving. The question is, what will you create with the moment you have left?